What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or a loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right, welcome back. So this is going to be another one of those short episodes. And before we get started, I just want to thank you for listening to me. I appreciate you being here, and hopefully you have been applying these things I've been talking about in your life. And I would love to hear how you've grown. So please DM me, email me, reach out to me personally. And I want to hear how I'm impacting your life. And if you have it in your kindest of hearts, I would love it if you can make a donation. I have links in the description of each episode. It'll be greatly appreciated if you could. So please, please, please. And thank you. All right. Today, we're going to talk about how to grow through hard times and how to grow through suffering. And we're going to talk about how to use what's called applied suffering. We're going to talk about how to use suffering in order to get what you want in life. So what is applied suffering? Suffering sounds like something negative, right? And it is. Nobody wants to suffer. And there's a difference between pain and suffering. Let's talk about that for a second. So pain is inevitable. No matter who you are, at some point in life, you're going to feel pain. It could be death. It could be trauma. It could be depression. All of these things, there's going to be some kind of pain, something that just happens in your life. Inevitable. But suffering, optional. So you can have somebody pass away, somebody who you love pass away, and we've all experienced death. That's pain. But the suffering after they die is optional. And I'm not saying not to grieve, right? Because that's necessary. But what we can't do is resist life and the way the world is and what your life looks like now and how things are. And you don't attempt to address your grief, and you just keep trying to hold on to things that can't change. That's suffering. Pain is inevitable, suffering optional. But there is a way you can use your pain to grow. When you look at pain, what it basically is, what it boils down to, pain is a stimulus that signals to your brain that something needs to change, that you need to change. Let me give you an easy example. So let's say you're in the kitchen and you're cooking and you're standing by the stove, and at the stove, you're not paying attention and you make a mistake and put your hand on the burner. The stimulus from your hand will send a signal to your brain, and your brain going to say, hey, you need to do something different right now. Move your hand off of that hot burner. Right? That's pain. Or if you go to the beach and it's 90 degrees and you walk back to your car without your sandals and you get on that hot pavement, right? And the pavement is like 120 degrees and you feel that heat on the bottom of your feet, your brain is going to tell you, hey, fool, do something else. This ain't it. Either walk faster, get off the pavement, or put your sandals on, right? We can't keep doing this. That's usually what pain is. When something happens, your brain, your body, and the universe, right, it's giving you a sign to do something different. Do something else. It's forcing you to move. It's forcing you to change. It's forcing you to take action. And let's talk about growth real quick. So how do your muscles grow? They got to go through pain, right? If your muscles ain't sore, then you ain't getting stronger or more toned. Think about a tree. It starts from a seed, and to get to a tree, it has to completely change and bust out of that seed and become something completely different. How does a lobster grow? Well, inside that lobster shell is a soft animal, and to grow, they got to break out of that exoskeleton because the shell doesn't grow, right? And lobsters, they grow until they die. They're always growing. And what happens is that lobster grows and it gets to a point where they don't fit. And it's a painful experience for them, and they have to go into hiding and break themselves out of that shell and be vulnerable until a new shell hardens. Then they can come back out. So pain is a stimulus for growth. We can look at life and the past and the present and see and feel all the pain. But if we look close, we can see it's the universe talking to us, telling us to do something different. Look back at all the pain you've been through in the past. You've grown from it. It made you stronger. It shaped and molded you to be the person who you are today. You're more wise because of it. You learned a lot. Pain was the stimulus for all that. And what the problem with pain can be is people generally fear pain. They fear discomfort. They try to avoid it, to stay away from it. They want to keep everything the same and not feel anything that's going to make them have to change because they don't want to feel that pain and discomfort. They try and build a life that's completely away from their fears, right? And the word is discomfort. Discomfort. It means the opposite of your comfort zone. And think about this, and I heard this quote the other day, and it stuck with me, but the quote is, look around, look at your life right now, look at all the things you've accomplished. That is the maximum of what you can achieve in your comfort zone. Think about that. You already have the maximum of what you can achieve in your current comfort zone. And I know you hear me talk a lot about comfort zones on here, and it's something that I'm working on myself. And lately I've been welcoming situations that come up that I know are going to be uncomfortable for me. And I just do it. I don't even think about it. I just go. Like, for example, I do this show for a theater company that does diversity and inclusion work, and they do performances that address issues in the workplace, and their clients are usually corporate businesses. And after the performance is the most important part of the process, which is a talkback led by a facilitator. And they asked me to do it, to facilitate. And I didn't think I was ready. I see other folks facilitate and I hear their vocabulary and the way they can tie in teaching points with what the audience brings up in the talkback and the way they navigate the conversation. And I just didn't think I was ready. And I could have said no, right? That was a choice. They told me I didn't have to say yes. But, and I told my boss this too, I said, you know what? I'm nervous, but this is going to be a good way for me to step outside my comfort zone and help me grow. And I did it. And it went fine. It felt good to get it done. Now, do I think I'm perfect at it? No. But do I feel like I got better at it? Hell yes. And like I always say on here, you can't create the life you want if you stay in your comfort zone. If the life you have is it ultimately the life you want? If you want more, then you can't stay in your comfort zone. Not in your current comfort zone. You can't stay there. You got to get out of there. Seek discomfort. You can't avoid it. You have to seek discomfort. And it's hard to do it, right? Easier said than done. I know. Our brains as humans, we're wired to actually stay in our comfort zone. It's a protection mechanism, and it goes all the way back to cavemen when they lived in caves because that was safe. They knew that inside that cave, there was no danger. Nothing could kill them. They can stay out of the elements, no animals. And today, our brains are still wired the same way. Stepping outside our comfort zone is like stepping outside of that cave. We get the feelings of, I'm scared, something bad is going to happen, I need to protect myself, I shouldn't do this, I need to go back into my cave, back into my comfort zone. And the thing is, and what we all know is, we're safe. If we do the thing, yeah, we might get judged, yeah, people might look at us, but we still going to be safe if you step outside that comfort zone and work at building that life you want. Discomfort is your friend. It's something we need to seek way more often. Just like in order to get the body you want, you're going to have to be uncomfortable. You're going to have to sweat. You're going to have to work and push yourself. You're going to have to be sore, but your body grows. It gets stronger. And guess what? Your brain works the same way. And this is what applied suffering does. When you seek things that hurt, that cause discomfort, seek things that are out of your comfort zone, then you'll have no choice but to grow. The life you want is on the other side of your comfort zone, on the other side of your applied suffering. And when you're noticing that you're pushing yourself past the point of what you're comfortable with and you feel that tug and you notice yourself starting to get really fearful, and fear is the thing that stops us in our tracks, right? How do you keep going and push through that fear? How can you get yourself to keep going? And what is the fear, right? Back when we lived in caves or in the wilderness in tribes, that fear was either fear of pain or death. Are we going to get hurt or are we going to die? And when we translate that to human beings now, let's say you have to prepare a presentation and you got to present in front of a whole bunch of people, or you're about to make a video for YouTube, or you're about to go into an interview, right? Or you want to ask your crush out on a date, something outside your comfort zone. You feel that fear, right? And when you do, ask yourself and take a step back and ask yourself, is this going to kill me? This video I'm about to put out on social media, it ain't going to kill me. This interview I'm about to do, right? It's not going to kill me. So, okay, It won't kill you. Next question, will this help you grow? Yes, it will. I'm really uncomfortable putting myself out there, but it will help me grow. Yes, I'll get more comfortable the more I do it. I'm nervous about this interview, but will it help me grow? Yes, I can get stronger at interviewing. So it'll help me grow and it won't kill me. So guess what? I'm safe. Remind your conscious and your subconscious that you're safe. Remind yourself what's on the other side of that fear, what's on the other side of being uncomfortable, on the other side of your comfort zone, which is growth. So, like I said, this was going to be a short one. So, bye. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.